so many years, when we discussed amateur boxing, there was one name that came up, and it was almost in hushed whispers. People mentioned this fighter from the Ukraine who was, they said, the most unbelievable fighter they have ever seen. He won 2 Olympic gold medals, one in Beijing and one in London, and 3 world championships. But everybody that I talked to said, this young man is something special.
Vasyl, you are one of the most decorated amateurs ever. You wanted to fight a guy like Salido right away. You got what you wished. Tell me about it.
Большое спасибо за этот шанс. Конечно, очень жаль, что не получилось использовать его. Ну, в любом случае, я удовлетворен. Я, в принципе, сделал все, что на сегодняшний день в моих силах. Спасибо.
Thanks for the chance to fight for a title in the second fight. I did my best. I really tried, but it didn't work out. So thanks, everybody.
One last question. What about Vasyl Lomachenko?
Man, Lomachenko was awesome. Good as advertised. I mean, I was one of those guys who picked Orlando Salido to beat him. I thought Salido would take him into deep water and drown him. And even though he lost that fight, he impressed me because he was stronger down the stretch. And he actually hurt Salido in the last round. And I was thinking to myself, shit, if it was a 15-round fight, the guy with one pro fight would probably knock out the veteran. So obviously Lomachenko was special, but tonight against Gary Russell Jr., he fought a polar opposite in styles. He fought a fellow southpaw who was technical and a counterpuncher with phenomenal hand speed, and I thought he handled him. I thought he won 10 rounds. I've heard people saying, oh, I thought it was a real close fight or whatever, and I couldn't give Gary Russell, there were rounds that were close, but I couldn't give him those rounds because even when he was letting his hands go, he wasn't landing. And that was because of the footwork of Lomachenko, the feints, the footwork, the angles. He neutralized Gary Russell Jr.'s speed and activity.
You're here. What did you think about Vasyly's performance?
I'm telling you, Vasyl Lomachenko is the greatest. We have a lot of great fighters in Top Rank, as you know. This young man is the greatest. Muhammad Ali was the greatest of all time. Vasyl Lomachenko is the greatest of our time.
What does it make you feel to have somebody who is regarded as probably the best 130-pound fighter of this decade pay you these kinds of props?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God, thank my whole family and all my friends and my fans that supported me. I want to thank HBO for having me on. And Janelle Hernandez, he's a very tough and ex-game champion. He was real tough, slicker than I anticipated, but I'm just happy with the victory tonight.
incredible night here at Madison Square Garden. Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, Mark Kriegel, Bernardo Osuna ringside. The crowd hasn't left. Everybody's still on their feet, celebrating the great pound-for-pound #1, Vasyl Lomachenko. Boxing history made tonight here in New York. Some of the notables to win in a third division, a weight class. It took De La Hoya, who's ringside tonight, 22 fights. That's a great career to do that. Mayweather, 34. Pacquiao, 41. The record was at 20. Vasyl Lomachenko, now 3 different weight classes, is a world champion in only 12 professional fights. Perspective on greatness, Mark Kriegel.
I defy you to see this combination of elegance and grit. Remember, this is a guy not just with great footwork, but he got off the canvas to do this.
Hollywood storyline to get off the canvas to do it.
There's big risks involved. Guess what? You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Lomachenko is on the course to being one of the best ever in boxing, in my opinion. 12 fights, 3 world championships, 3 different world weight classes. Unreal.
Went out in the last 2 rounds with instructions from your trainer, your Uncle Roger, which he said you had to stand and fight him. Were you under the impression that the fight was very close at that time and that you had to pull it out?
Well, first of all, before I even, answer that question, I want to say, Grant Boxing, he got the best gloves in the business, the best outfits in the business.
We don't do commercials.
Well, I'm gonna give him some props. Of course, I know you don't, but this is my time to shine, and so let me have my, my piece and speak my piece. I want to thank God for this victory. I mean, it was tough, The last, my last training day, I hurt my I think my rotator cuff in my left shoulder, so I wasn't able to use my jab like I wanted to. My left wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be. But I ain't want to have no excuses like like other champions. When they get hurt, they don't even show up to the fight. I get hurt, I keep fighting. I want to bring the fans, big. All
right, now, but answer the question. Were you under the impression, given the instructions from your corner, that you really had to stand and fight him in the last 2 rounds? That it was very, very close.
Actually, my uncle said I was wearing him down, so he told me to, he told me that in all my big fights, if you wear a guy down like around the 10th and 11th, 12th, stand there and, and break him down. So I wasn't even worried at all. I was out boxing him easy.
Was he much tougher than you anticipated? You, after all, said this was an easy fight en route to bigger fights.
You gotta realize, I beat this guy with a messed up arm. My arm is messed up. But I don't have no excuse. I don't ever back down to turn out fights.
So it was a harder fight than you anticipated with what you came into the ring with?
With one arm, yes. With one arm, yes. If you want to rematch, we can do it again.
So are you suggesting that you think, given the fact that a lot of people here believe that he won the fight, that you think you should give him a rematch?
This is boxing. You have ups, you have downs. He was a good fighter. It was a good fight for both of us. It was a good learning experience for me, and I'm looking forward to moving on.
All right, you moved up in weight and you fought a very strong lightweight. Did you find out that it was a little different than you had anticipated?
No, not at all. I fought the best lightweight because that's what I want. I want an exciting fight, so I moved up to fight the best lightweight they got out there. And like I said before, I took my time and went out there and did what I had to do.
Watch this guy fight. What's his greatest asset?
His eyes. Yeah, I know that shocks everybody, but his eyes. Where everybody else in this business has 20/20 vision, he's got night goggles with infrared laser beams. He sees everything. How do you think he avoids these punches? How do you think he sets up these punches? He's a bat with radar. He sees things that other people don't see. And one other thing, his elusiveness. He knows how to walk in the rain without getting wet, baby. He's able to handle a storm of punches, which he did a couple times tonight, and come out the other side dry, like this man, clean, nice, beautiful.
Congratulations, Floyd. You've had your way with all your other top opponents. Your power was able to take them out after you outboxed them. What makes this guy so difficult?
I mean, he was world champion before, but first of all, I want to thank God for this victory. And I mean, I dedicate this victory to Stay Down. You know, Reggie Smith here at home. You know, God, I hope God bless you and you get better. But Jose Luis Castillo, he was real tough. You know, a tough opponent, and that's what I was looking for—a tough fight, a good, exciting fight, and that's what he brought tonight.
The scores were even closer this time than last time, and yet last time you fought with an injured shoulder. How do you account for that?
Like I said before, I'm the black sheep of boxing. I'm fighting against the odds, but with prayers and God behind me, can't nothing stop me.
What odds are you talking about?
I'm saying, I feel like everybody is against Floyd Mayweather, but you gotta get respect where respect is due. I'm one of the best out there, pound for pound, and I prove myself over and over again. Floyd Mayweather's not ducking or dodging any opponent out there. I'm willing to fight whoever, whenever.
So does that mean that next time you might fight a Stevie Johnston or a Juan Lezcano?
Anything is possible. Like I said, I love to fight Stevie Johnson. I love to fight Juan Lezcano. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the bigger paydays, to the bigger fighters out there. I mean, like I said before, I want to fight big fights, and I got to give thanks to all to God and my family, Team Mayweather. Without him, Floyd Mayweather wouldn't be where he's at today.
Thank you very much, Floyd.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Vasyl, are you happy to talk? You're still WBA, WBO champion. You're now the WBC champion. That's 3 of the 4 belts. Tell us how you're feeling.
Of course, I'm happy. I wanted to say thank you for all people who come to support us, to support this beautiful fight. I wanted to say thank you people who organized this fight. And of course, I'm happy. And next, IBF. This is my title.
I was going to ask you about the crowd, not just tonight, but the whole UK experience, the open workouts, the press conference. In central London, you've been stopped and cheered everywhere. What's it been like in the UK?
Like I said, in UK, fans, the best fans in the world. Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
We'll talk to Bob Arum. You said you want the IBF. Richard Comey, Teofimo Lopez box in December. Will you wait for the winner of that fight, or will you box in between?
I don't wanna. Of course, I want fight next, but it depends. Bob Arum.
Okay, well, he's here. Let's have a quick word. Bob, he says he wants unifications. What have you got planned for Loma?
Well, obviously, we're looking to win the 4th belt to unify the title. But Loma and Egas have told me they can't wait to come back to the UK to fight here again. The English fight fans are the best fans in the world.
He said there's a clip that's gone fairly viral where he said, I can't be a superstar because I can't express myself in English. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he speaks a lot better English than I do Russian, right? I mean, he is a superstar. And Luke Campbell didn't disgrace himself. He fought a hell of a fight. He's a hell of a fighter. Big, big heart. And Luke will be back.
The British fans know when they've seen something special. You've promoted some of the greatest fighters in boxing history. Where do you rank Loma?
He's up there with the greats. Muhammad Ali, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao. He belongs with those fighters.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. That was a terrific performance. Why did you feel you could stand and fight with Indo?
First of all, I'd like to thank God for this victory, because without him, all this wouldn't be possible. I feel that I've never seen him fight before, but I know he's a big power puncher. And just showing versatility, trying to show the fans that I can fight in the inside too, and get the fans to make exciting fights instead of moving every fight.
Why haven't you done this before?
Switching up. I mean, I like to just, get the victory the best way I know how. Today I feel if I let him throw all his power shots, I'm catching him on my shoulder, catching him on my arm. Eventually he'll wear down and I get him in the later rounds.
Do you feel that you can do this, especially against a taller opponent?
Well, it don't
Because
matter.
you've had victories like this against Corrales and Janero Hernandez.
I don't really know, what opponents I can do it on, but he was strong and tough, and I feel like, once I move up to 140 pounds, he'd take over the lightweight division between him and Victoriano Souza, between those two guys, who are the toughest lightweights.
But what was the difference tonight?
Я не знаю, я, честно говоря, думал, что по ходу поединка, половину поединка, да, у нас где-то было равно, может быть, где-то он выигрывал на 1-2 раунда, но после второй половины я включился, и, в принципе, вторую половину я считаю, что я забрал. Я как бы хочу приехать домой, пересмотреть поединок, но я не согласен с решением.
I think in the first half of the fight, yeah, he got more rounds than I did. But then in the second half of the fight, I took it over, and I was much better. But I wanted to go home and to review the fight, to see it. I can't comment right now much about it. But I'm not agreeing with the scorecard.
Vasyl, do you believe you won this fight tonight?
Да, на данный момент, да, я думал, что я выигрываю. Думал, что я выиграю, но результат есть результат, поэтому я с ним спорить сейчас не собираюсь.
At the moment, I think and I thought, yes, I'm winning a fight, but the result is a result. I'm not going to argue right now. I need to see what's on the reviews.
Vasyl, again, you're a great champion. Where do you go from here?
Right now I come back home, and after that I talk with my promoter, with my manager.
Congratulations, Floyd. Did you come out feeling, moving up in weight at this level, that your speed could overcome the bigger guys?
Well, first of all, I like to thank God for this victory, because without him, all this wouldn't be possible. And Chop Chop was a tough opponent, and I knew coming up I had to show my power. So, I don't know if Chop Chop ever been, he been knocked down in his dab judo fight, but, I took my time to listen to my corner. My shoulder and my right hand was hurting, so, things happen in the sport of boxing.
All right, in the first 4 rounds, you were going toe-to-toe with him. You backed off for a while. Is that when you hurt your hand?
I had been hurt my hand, and I think it's the fourth round I hurt my hand. But a true champion fight through anything. I just got to give thanks to God for, letting me get through it.
Did he ever hurt you? Because he did land some solid punches early in the fight.
Well, he landed some solid punches. He's a good puncher, but I wasn't hurt at all. I'm in tip-top shape, in good condition, and I feel good.
Talk to us about your future. You're naming everybody except Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis that you want to fight. But give us some realistic expectations of the guys you think you can fight in the near future.
Well, near future, like I said before, I would love for me and Arturo Gatti to fight on pay-per-view. He's an exciting fighter. I'm an exciting fighter. And I think that's a big pay-per-view fight.
From what I understand, his handlers have told me that if he beats Durin later this summer, that he wants to fight someone like Spadafora later in the year, and then perhaps you next year. What would you do in between if that scenario unfolds?
Well, I'm the mandatory to fight for the WBC 140-pound title. I proved myself over and over again. I went to 130, beat the best. I went to 35 and beat the best. Now I'm moving up to 140. Only thing Floyd Mayweather do, he want to fight the best out there.
Congratulations, Floyd. Did this go exactly the way you envisioned it?
Well, I told the fans that I prepared for this mentally as well as physically, and I want to thank God first for his victory. I want to thank Team Mayweather, Al Heyman, all the people in Grand Rapids, and all the people in Las Vegas. We did it.
All right, let's go back to the first round, and you describe what happened with that knockdown, if you can.
Well, I was once told that you're supposed to protect yourself at all times, so I hit him with, he moved, he scooped back, I hit him with an uppercut, hit him with a hook, and then I'm on him. Now the referee letting us fight.
Now he's looking at the referee and you just thought he's fair game.
I mean, protect yourself at all times. I don't mean to be dirty. I respect Arturo Gatti for giving me the chance. It was worth it. We gave the fans a pay-per-view extravaganza.
Was there anything that he did that gave you any problems whatsoever? Did he ever land anything that hurt you?
Well, not at all, but that's Arturo Thunder God. He's a tough guy, strong guy. He always come to fight. He never lay down, and tonight I was the best man.
Could you see the frustration on his face, or was it just the lumps under his eyes that told you the fight was coming?
Like I said, I'm glad that he just gave me the opportunity. He was tough. You know, I boxed, stuck to the game plan, and got the victory. But he's still tough. He still can become world champion again.
You said before the fight he's a paper champion because he got a title that really was Costazoo's. Why do you want that paper championship?
I never said, man, that's all about selling tickets. We just talk. That's what fighters do. Arturo Gatti is Thunder Gatti. This is his hometown. I just appreciate the fans in Atlantic City for letting me come here and fight.
So you're going to raise that paper championship high?
Extremely high. Arturo Gatti is a great champion. I'm a great champion. I'm just looking forward to giving fans more fights like this on pay-per-view.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. Congratulations, Floyd. First few rounds went differently than most of your fights. Why?
Well, you gotta realize, I knew Zab Judah was a front runner. But first of all, I want to thank God for this victory. Thank all the people who supports Floyd Mayweather. I knew Zab was a front runner.
What do you mean by that?
A front runner is he's strong for the first 6 rounds, and after that, he gas out.
So you were letting him go and just examining what he was doing and measuring him?
Relax and keep my composure. That was our game plan. We knew Zab was gonna come out strong. We was gonna relax, take our time, and stick to the game plan. Let's take him, deep and drown him. And we didn't have no confrontation in the ring, the fight would have been over.
As you were beating him up in the middle and late rounds, he was talking. What was he saying to you?
We come from the same school. Call me a bitch, you a bitch, but he say what he say. I'm just happy to be 4-time world champion in 4 different weight classes.
Let's talk about this fight. Okay, we get late in the fight. You're cleaning him out. You're blooding his nose and his mouth. Did you think he went below the belt deliberately to get even with you?
I don't know. You know, I don't want to say nothing bad about Zab. It was a great fight. He's a great fighter.
Do you think your uncle, your trainer, thought that, and that's why he got so excited?
My uncle already said he was going to do that.
He did?
My uncle said that 2 days ago. He said, you know, once you get the beating on him, he's going to do something dirty to cause the confrontation, and, you know, and we're going to have a problem. And we knew this was going to happen, but, you know, this is boxing. I just want to be a gentleman. I respect Zab Judah. I respect this camp. And tonight he made me respect this fight game, but I feel great. I just want to, you know, continue to beat the best they got out there.
Was he a little bit more solid and less odd and weird out there than you expected?
I hurt my hand in the fight. Actually, I hurt my right hand. That's why I wasn't using my right so much towards the end. I hurt my right hand early on in the fight. But I kept using it. I mean, you know, I went back to the corner and said, keep using it, keep going to the body, keep breaking them down. And, you know, I wasn't using no power shots. And all I was doing was trying to break them down and punish him.
And I say this today to you, and I really believe it, and it's true, that since Ali, there hasn't been a better fighter, a better boxer than this kid, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. This young man has the technique and the ability, which puts him, in my book, ahead of such greats as Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, and all the other great fighters that I've seen in my career. But there is nobody that combines all the skills of pretty boy Floyd Mayweather.
Congratulations, Floyd. First, thought we heard you say you hurt your right hand. Did you, and when did you?
Yes, I hurt my right hand in the middle of the fight. But first, I want to thank God for the victory. You know, for putting me through it. I hurt my right hand. You know, probably in the 6th round. I'm really not sure what round it was.
Do you think it's broken, or is this just a strain, the kind of thing you've had in the past?
Well, this is not a pain that I felt in the past. You know, my hand's been broken before in different spots. You know, but I pulled through it. You know, my team rooted me on, my fans rooted me on, and I just went out there and put on a boxing clinic.
Was this as easy as you anticipated?
Well, you know, I feel that down the stretch I would have got the knockout. I would have made him surrender, you know, wave the white flag. But he fought his heart out, I fought my heart out, and we put on a pleasing performance tonight.
You've often talked about boxing as entertainment. You came to the ring as a
gladiator.
A gladiator. What do you think this was particularly entertaining? I mean, there were people booing, there were people leaving after the 10th and 11th round, and since you've brought the subject up, I want your response.
Well, you know, you always give me a hard time. You don't ever give me the credit I really deserve.
You got a shutout. You got a shutout. We all give you credit for that.
Yeah, but I appreciate it. But you'll never give me the credit I really deserve. I mean, you're good at commentating, so stick to commentating. Let me do the fighting. I'm the best at what I do. That's why with HBO. HBO is my family. HBO is my home. And like I said before, you can learn boxing. Cut in my camp, you can learn boxing from Pretty Boy Floyd. You're just a commentator. Stick to commentating.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm asking you the question.
You know, it's more like this. Don't always be a critic and be so negative. Let's be positive. I got the victory tonight under any circumstance. So all you can do is respect me for that. Every time a fighter come out there, I know you keep your fingers crossed.
We do respect.
No,
we do.
You hoping and wishing that a fighter could beat me.
No,
I'm the king of the throne, and Floyd Mayweather is here to stay. I can win under any circumstance. You always talk. Let me do the talking.
Everybody wants.
That's what you always do. Let me do the talking. HBO, I love you. This Pretty Boy Floyd, the best of the best, the creme of the creme. Filthy Rich Records is what it is. I'm the best. I'll beat fighters under any circumstances. I can pull through it. Larry Mercer is just a commentator. He don't know nothing about boxing.
Are you looking forward to fighting Oscar De La Hoya? Do you think this fight will get him into the ring with you?
Well, absolutely. Oscar De La Hoya wanted. You know, he know my number. He know how to call me. He know how to get in touch with me. Only thing I'm gonna do is keep racking up victories and beating the best. If Oscar De La Hoya said that he wants the best, he want to leave out fighting the best, bring it on. Now tax that ass too.
Thank you very much. Congratulations again, Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd, the one and only, signing off.
Floyd, what was your strategy coming into the fight, knowing that it would be such a grueling, mauling beginning?
First of all, I want to thank God for this victory. I love all the fans that came over from the UK. I love all the American fans. It's truly been a blessing, to be in the sport of boxing. But I just took my time. I fought on the inside, I fought on the outside, and that was our game plan.
Did he make you uncomfortable at all? Because we've never seen you in that situation.
Well, a true champion can adapt to anything. A true champion can adapt to anything. But I want to thank Team Mayweather, Mayweather Promotions, Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, Richard Schaefer. They've done one hell of a job, and all the fans from the UK, I love you.
Is there anything he did or could do that surprised you at all?
I already knew coming into this fight. That's why I didn't prepare halfway. I pushed myself to the limit. Ricky Hatton is one tough fighter. He's still a champion in my eyes, and I love to see him fight again.
Could you sense late in the fight, in the last couple of rounds, that he was weakening, that he wasn't coming at you quite as hard?
Ricky Hatton is probably one of the toughest competitors that I ever faced. He kept coming. I hit him with some big shots, some big body shots, but he kept coming. And I see why they call him the Hitman.
Performance. Give me your impression of the fight.
Well, I've been off 2 years. And first off, I want to thank God, because without God, all this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Team Mayweather, thank all the fans that supported me, thank all Marquez fans. It was one hell of a fight, but I can get better. I can get better.
Better than that? How? Did you seemed as though you were pushing for the knockout in the 11th round, didn't get it, and maybe eased up a bit in the 12th. Is that what happened?
Oh, he's tough. He's tough as nails. I take my hat off to him. He's one hell of a fighter. And I want to give thanks to Reebok and all the sponsors that sponsor the fight.
Floyd,
Reebok, let's do it, baby.
Before we do any commercials, or let's not do any commercials.
I gotta do my commercials. That's 7 figures, baby. I gotta do my commercials now. It's my
Floyd,
kind of shot.
you gave up $600,000 reportedly on the scales yesterday. Why?
Well, I'm not here to talk about money.
What about weight?
I'm happy with the victory. I want to thank my team supporting me. I want to thank my father, Floyd Mayweather Sr. I want to thank Roger Mayweather. I want to thank all the fans that came out.
Floyd, it seems that you perceive questions like that as being negative, when in fact we just really want to know. It was a spectacular performance, and people are curious about the weight. You don't want to address it at all?
Well, I'm here to talk about my victory. That's in the past, and I'm ready to move on.
Okay, we'll take that as a no. You said before the fight, a great big man, which you are, would beat in this fight, would beat a good little man. That's exactly what happened.
No, he's a great little man.
He is a great little man, that's right. You said good, but he is great. He's a great little man.
He's a great fighter.
And that's what happened. There is, before we get to Pacquiao, it's on everyone's mind, there is another truly great fighter here tonight who's your size, Sugar Shane Mosley. What are the possibility that we see that fight in the near future?
Shane Mosley is one hell of a fighter, and I don't take that away from Shane. You know what I'm saying? I let Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby conduct my bouts, and then we'll go from there. I'm not scared of Shane Mosley. I'm not scared of no fight.
We just want to get it on. That's all. I mean, the fans want to see a great fight. Me and Money Mayweather. Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down. Floyd. Shane, please. Floyd, let's concentrate here. Let's concentrate. You good?
Good fight.
Bernard, please.
No, wait. Come up there and interrupt you when you're doing your interview. Don't disrespect me. Respect me as a man.
Okay. Shake hands. Good.
Play basketball.
Now, Floyd.
Respect me as a man.
Now, Floyd. Shane, not now. Manny Pacquiao. I thought that would get your attention.
My attention. I know what I can do. I know what I bring.
And you showed what you can do tonight. Let me ask you about the selection of Marquez as the opponent. It seems that...
The thing is this. I'm going to do the talking because you do too much talking. The thing is this.
All right, Jim.
Let me do the talking now.
Jim.
Okay, then.
You hear the crowd, at least a good part of it is in an uproar because they felt that you took shots at him unfairly after you went together in the ring, made up for the headbutt, and then you poked him. What's your story?
First off, I want to thank God for this victory, because without God, all this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank my team. I got hit with a dirty shot, and it's protect yourself at all times. I hit him with a left hook right hand, and that ended the bout.
So you're saying that even though it appeared that he wasn't protecting himself and thought that that was part of the ceremony that you were going through of apology, that you unfairly took advantage of it. What do you say to those who say, what'd you do there? You were winning the fight and in charge.
I just want to tell everybody that bought pay-per-view, that came out to Las Vegas, thank you. It was a hell of a fight.
Floyd, you know you're a promoter, but now we're talking to you as a prize fighter. Let's take a look at what happened at the end of the fight, and you describe it.
We touched gloves. We back to fight hook. Right hand, and that's all she wrote.
So for you, it was just an automatic response. Let's get on with the fight.
It's protect yourself at all time. He done something dirty. We're not here to cry and complain about what he did dirty or what I did dirty. I was victorious. If he want a rematch, he can get a rematch.
You were in charge of the fight. You were aggressive and trying and taking advantage of what you saw as a flaw.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because you don't ever give me a fair shake. You know that? So I'm gonna go and let you talk to Victor Ortiz, all right? I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You heard him. You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You're not shit.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
You won't do shit. You would do nothing.
All right, thank you very much. Floyd, congratulations. How would you describe this fight, Floyd?
I describe this fight a tough, competitive fight, what the fans wanted to see. Normally I go out there, I box, I move, I box, I move. Finally, I was in a tough, competitive fight. So, you know, you hear it.
You elected to make this a brawl.
Yes.
Usually you don't. Why did you?
I wanted to give the fans an exciting fight. Normally when the fans come, I box, I move, I blow a guy out. Tonight, I wanted to stand there and fight and get the fans their money's worth.
Was this your toughest fight?
Oh, he was a tough competitor. He had an awkward style. He was a very, very good fighter. I take nothing away from Marcos Maidana.
You got cut in the 4th round. It's the first time you've seen your own blood. What was your reaction to that?
Well, that came from a headbutt. You know, we had a clash.
Accidental headbutt. Yeah.
Accidental headbutt, and I couldn't see. You know, for 2 rounds, I couldn't see. But he's a tough competitor, and we gave the fans what they wanted to see tonight.
Floyd, you made significant adjustments in this fight because in the early rounds, Maidana was getting ahead. What adjustments did you see, and how did you make them?
A true champion can make adjustments to anything. I take none away from this guy. He got here somehow, some way. He's a champion, I'm a champion, and we did what we had to do tonight.
Your cut man, Garcia, how much do you want to give him credit for this fight? Because after the 4th round, you really didn't bleed.
He's the best in the world. Rafael Garcia is the best cut man in the world. He's like a grandfather to me, and I love this guy.
Floyd, there's no clear path for anybody to fight you next. Would you consider giving him a rematch based on his performance and based on what a lot of fans will see this having been such a tough fight for you?
If the fans want to see it again, we'll do it again.
So you're not quitting. Reiterate what you told everybody here in the stadium, what you said in the pregame that they might not have heard.
If the fans want to see it again, we can do it again.
But this was not your last fight, obviously.
If the fans want to see it again, we can do it again.
Well, let's do it, Richard Schaefer. Are we going to do it again?
Let's do it again.
All right, congratulations to you, Floyd. Terrific fight.
Thank you.
TBE!
All right. Floyd, congratulations on this victory. To hear the words "still undefeated," what does that mean?
First off, I want to thank God for this victory. I want to thank all the fans that came to Las Vegas. I want to thank all the fans around the world that supported this event. He's a hell of a fighter, and I take my hat off to Manny Pacquiao. I see why he's one of the guys that's at the pinnacle in the sport of boxing.
Was this easier than you had anticipated?
I knew he was going to push me. I knew he was going to win some rounds. You know, he had moments in the fight, but you know, I kept him on the outside. I was a smart fighter. I outboxed him. I wasn't getting hit with a lot of shots until I sat right there in the pocket. That's when he would land a lot of shots. And we did what we had to do tonight, and I'm truly blessed. Manny Pacquiao is blessed, and I want to thank all the fans that came out to support this event.
Why do you think you never figured out that left jab in your right hand?
You know, I can't really say. You know, I'm just, you know, a calculated fighter. You know, he's a tough competitor. But like I said before, you know, I got to take my hat off to my dad, because without my dad, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
And he was riding you. Why was he riding you so hard?
Because my dad wanted me to do more. But Manny Pacquiao's a tough competitor. You know, he's a very, very awkward fighter, so I had to take my time and watch him extremely close.
You said a couple of times to me and to others, you never wanted to win a fight so bad as you wanted to win this fight. Why? Because it was so long in coming?
You know, you say things sometimes, but all 48 fights, you know, all 47 fights before I got to this point played a major key.
But this one particularly, why?
Really not this one. All fights played a major key, you know. I wanted to win all fights extremely bad. Manny Pacquiao is a tough competitor. He's a true champion at heart, and we both was at our best tonight.
Was this worth the wait?
When the history books is written, it was worth the wait.
What's left for you?
I got one more fight, you know, with Showtime and CBS. You guys done a remarkable job, but I want to thank my sponsors, Hublot, the watch, one of the best watch companies in the world, and FanDuel.
Will you look beyond and try and break Rocky Marciano's record?
My last fight is in September. Then it's time for me to hang it up. You know, I'm almost 40 years old now. I've been in the sport 19 years. I've been world champion 18 years, and I'm truly, truly thankful and I'm blessed.
Now, you've just been handed a check for somewhere between $100 and $200 million, and money's very important to you. Are you telling me you're going back to work in 6 weeks and going to fight in September?
Well, I got to take my hat off to my team. You know, just this week alone.
Take the question here, please, sir. Come on. Are you going to fight again this quick?
I'm fighting in September, yes.
All right. We look forward to it. Congratulations, Floyd.
Thank you. Showtime, Hublot, FanDuel. I love you guys. Thank you.
You seem agitated. What are you agitated about?
I'm not agitated. I'm having fun. You know, I'm happy. It was a hell of a fight. That's what the fans wanted. I told the fans they're going to get a good fight, so we gave them a good fight tonight. But first off, I got to thank God for this victory. And my team, Team Mayweather, Al Haymon, Leonard Ellaby, we got the best team in the world, the best trainer in the world. It's Roger Mayweather, pound for pound. Come on over here, Roger.
Wait, only you were in the ring, though,
This is the
tonight,
best trainer
Floyd.
right here.
He whooped his ass, and I say he whooped his ass long time.
Hey, if you look at the punch stats, we got Team Mayweather, and you know who leading the way at Team Mayweather? Roger Mayweather, baby. We did it tonight.
Was he better, more active than you thought he could be at his age?
What he doing? Like He threw a lot of punches, but they wasn't landing. He was throwing a lot of punches, they wasn't landing. If you check the punch, if you check the punch stats, I outpunched him, I outboxed him. It was easy work, like I told you guys it was gonna be. He was rough, he was tough. He's supposed to fight. You know, 10-time world champion at 6 different weight classes. He proved himself, but he couldn't beat the best, Pretty Boy Floyd tonight.
So why was it a split decision? Do you think it was
Well, you gotta realize it was Golden Boy Promotions. You know how it is when we fighting against Golden Boy Promotions. Anything can happen. But you know, only the strong survive, and we did it tonight, man.
What did you do specifically to avoid getting hit by his left hook?
Oh, well, I seen the shots coming. You know, he only a punch we lock up to make it look like he was doing something. But like I said, I stayed on the outside all night, boxed and made him miss shots. That's what you call a masterpiece, a boxing. And he's, you know, he's one of the best fighters in our era. And I showed you what I could do to one of the best fighters in our era.
You've been saying for months that this was going to be a massacre. Why wasn't it?
I mean, it was a hell of a fight. We gave the fans what they wanted. The world awaited to see the Golden Boy versus the Pretty Boy, and that's what we gave him tonight. I owe thanks to my father. No matter what nobody say, he's a hell of a trainer. He's a great guy. Roger Mayweather, Team Mayweather. We did it tonight, man. Just blessings from God, and God don't make mistakes.
You've said that you would retire after this fight.
Yeah.
Is that still your position?
Oh yeah, I'm still retiring after this fight. I proved myself in the sport. 6-time world champion, 5 different weight classes. They said I couldn't do it. I weighed 150 yesterday, came into the fight today weighing 148, but we marked 150. And you seen the welterweight beat the junior middleweight today.
There are so many good potential opponents out there for you in the welterweight division. Cotto, Mosley, Williams, Margarito, and others. Why would you hang them up now when you're in your prime and you've won the biggest fight of your life?
Because I have nothing else to prove. I made a ton of money in this sport. These years are valuable to my children. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. I'm happy no matter what nobody say. God don't make mistakes. That's why I'm 6-time world champion in 5 different weight classes. I'm truly, truly blessed. And I didn't do it all by myself. I know I had a great team. Al Hamer, Leonard Ellaby, my father, Roger.
Right.
I give everybody credit who deserves credit.
None of them landed the punches that you did, though, Floyd. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To let you all know that Floyd graciously came to me yesterday and apologized for the incident last September, and I accepted it, and thank you for doing that very much.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
I appreciate it. You haven't been in a battle royal like this for a long time. What was it like?
Well, you know, when it's pay-per-view and the fans are paying and the fans are coming out to see you, you want to get the fans excitement.
That hasn't happened before, though. You haven't. You were bloody tonight.
Yeah, well, that's about giving the fans excitement. That comes with the territory. Sometimes we got to suck it up and fight hard. Miguel Cotto was a tough competitor. I knew this wasn't going to be an easy fight, so you know I had to go out there and execute the game plan and fight my heart out.
You felt your blood. What message does that send to you in a fight? Because we don't often see that.
Well, Miguel Cotto is a future Hall of Famer. He's not a pushover. He's tough. He's solid. I fought him at the weight that he wanted to fight at, 154, no catch weight, and he's a tough competitor. What else could I say?
What did he do that made it such a hard fight and gave you an opportunity to fight hard?
He came to fight. He didn't come for survival. He came to fight. So when you come to fight and you're coming with offense, and you come with in the heat of battle, those things happen. So, you know, I bit down and fought hard like a true champion, but he's a tough competitor. What else can I say?
Floyd, you fought under this cloud that starting June 1st, you're going to have to go out of circulation for a while, put it that way.
Yes.
How have you dealt with that?
That comes with the territory, you know?
What territory?
I mean, things in life, you know, certain obstacles come to, you face with certain obstacles in your life, so the only thing you can do is take the good with the good, you take the bad with the bad, just keep striving.
Have you prepared yourself? You've lived the high life for all these years, you're proud of it, and now you're going into, you know, a lonely cell.
I'm blessed. What else can I say? I'm blessed. You know, Mayweather Promotions, the past, the present, and the future of sports and entertainment. And when June 1st come, only thing I can do is accept it like a true man would do.
What does this delay do to your schedule? Are you going to fight again in the fall? And if so, what's on the short list?
Well, I don't know. You know, this fight right here, I was looking to fight Manny Pacquiao. The fight didn't happen because, and I don't think the fight would happen because of Bob Arum. Bob Arum's in the way. He's stopping the Pacquiao fight. Let's get the fans what they want to see. They want to see Mayweather and Pacquiao.
So are you talking about fighting Pacquiao in the fall? Because it looks like Alvarez is not going to fight you. According to Oscar De La Hoya, when I asked him before, he doesn't think he's ready for you. And if you can't make Pacquiao, then who's on your list? Who are the guys?
Well, I can't say who's on my radar. You know, Miguel Cotto is one of the last of the Mohicans. So I can't really say who's next to Floyd Mayweather. But I must say, I want to thank all the fans that came out and flew out to Las Vegas. I got to thank the fans, everybody that bought pay-per-view. Thank you. Floyd Mayweather want to give you nothing but excitement and toe-to-toe battles.
One last question. Are you willing to come off what you say is your strong position that you have to get 60% against Pacquiao, especially when you're likely to have huge pay-per-view numbers tonight?
Well, like I said before, I've been trying to make the Pacquiao fight. Miguel Cotto didn't have a problem with taking the random blood and urine test, so why should he? If you're the best, take the test. And let's get the fans what they want to see, Mayweather Pacquiao.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Congratulations on your victory.
Is this a clinic and a lesson in your mind?
Canelo is a young, strong champion. I take my hat off to him. I take my hat off to the country of Mexico. Mexico has produced some great champions throughout the years. And Canelo is a champion. He's a true champion at heart. And a true champion like Canelo, he can take a loss and bounce back. I want to commit and thank everybody who came out tonight to support me and to support the money team. And to show love to the Canelo and myself. Everybody that tuned in and bought pay-per-view, thank you. 17 years and I'm still going strong. I want to thank God for this victory because without God all this wouldn't be possible.
Even though one judge had this even, inexplicably, did you feel as though you were in total dominance and control of this fight?
Well, I'm not in control of what the judges do. You know, I'm a little shocked whoever had him ahead. But things happen in the sport of boxing. You live and you learn. Everything is a learning experience. And I'm just thankful for all the fans that came out to support me and came out to support Canelo.
What do you think the difference was? Was it the fact that he could never find you and you kept changing looks?
I just listened to my corner, listened to my dad. My dad had a brilliant game plan. Take my time, go out there and get the job done. I think if I would have pressed the attack more early, I think we could have got the late stoppage. But one round, me and Canelo, we bumped arms. So I stopped using my left jab for a while. But I want to come in and thank everybody, because without Showtime and CBS and my whole staff, all this wouldn't be possible.
Were you not relaxed at the start of this fight, the first few rounds? Because your dad kept saying, Floyd, relax. Floyd, relax. Was there something that was concerning you about his power?
Well, no, not at all. He's a strong competitor. He's a strong champion. It's nothing I never felt before after being in the sport over 20 years. But he's a tough competitor. He's a tough competitor. And if my dad said I was tight and fighting very, very tight, then he's right.
You told me after the Guerrero fight that you didn't like the way you fought. Are you impressed with this, and is this the best that you've ever been?
It was cool today. It was cool today. I got the job done. The main thing, it's about winning. You know, TBE, the best ever. And all the celebrities that came out, all the people, man, these guys behind me, everybody's behind me, make me continue to fight strong and go out there and fight hard.
When will you start thinking about who will be next, and did you see what Danny Garcia did against Lucas Matisse?
Both of those guys look well tonight. It was a good competitive fight. Take one day at a time and go back and talk it over with my father, talk it over with my team, Leonard, Al, Heyman, see what we come up with.
themoneyteam.com. Go buy a hat, go buy a shirt.
Last thought, were you surprised that he didn't try and use his weight advantage and try and find you and mix it up a little bit more? He came in 15 pounds heavier.
Yes, I came in. Actually, I woke up at 146 this morning. So
you're 4 pounds under what you weighed in.
Yes. So I called my shirt.
5.5 pounds.
Yes, I weigh 146. So, but you know, things happen. It's about skills. I came out tonight, displayed my skills, and I'm happy with my performance.
Floyd, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go.